Hiya, hi everybody. I just wanted to do a video because I wanted to share a little bit more, and probably in one video, so you kind of get the gist of me and who I am. As you can see, because new people, I've noticed new people are popping up, and so I just wanted to help, maybe enlighten a little bit. I started doing YouTube videos many years ago. I would say many. When I was much younger, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I started. My gifts came through. Psychic abilities came through. I started waking up. I had a big bang of awakening when I was 27, and then another one in my 30s, and then another one after that, and then it's just been a progression. And how I help people now has very much changed and evolved over the years. I used to be in like savior energy and think I could save people, but then I learned very quickly about the abuse. I'm able to see the brain and see how the brain reacts to each other. There's two parts of the brain. The left side of the brain is your feminine energy, and the right side of the brain is the masculine energy, masculine consciousness, and that decodes the female energy. But when there's so much trauma within the brain, what the masculine energy, the right side of the brain, does is starts to attack the left side of the brain, and I call this the abuse victim energies. And then what the heart has to do is create a saviour, and therefore we go outside of ourselves to get people to save us, and then we look to religion and politicians or doctors, or and rather than having the empowerment within us that we are our own saviour, we save ourselves. And one of the veils that came down, I started to see that there was a huge mass of manipulation over consciousness, and the top, in this reality, the top controller was Queen Elizabeth, who has thankfully now passed over. She was like a hybrid. She wasn't fully human. She was a reptilian. And then I started to discover that reptilians were across consciousness of our consciousness and AI. And these reptilian families that appeared as human on one level, reptilian on another, were actually a combination of AI and consciousness, which was created by these giants called the Watchers that are not in this reality. They're in another reality. I would call it another universe next door to our universe. And they can't get into our reality anymore, but they created the hybrids, and this is where the reptilians came along and started interfering. And their god is not themselves, it's AI. Hence they needed us to start to become like, they needed us for them to be our saviour. And this is why the royal families were created, and religion, they brought in the religion, all the religions. Their religion, the Repi religion, is a satanic religion. It's where they sacrifice human consciousness for the sake of their gods, and their gods are actually the Watchers, hence and also AI, which leads to AI. So all religions are offshoots of Satanism. And when I came out, I did some of my very early videos, I started talking about this, and this hasn't come from just reading books. This has come from my sight and psychic abilities, and also experiences. I started to learn about angels, and this is before I learned about the manipulation, and I was like, oh, angels, and then demonic energy turned up, and I started to understand that angels and demonic energy are one of the same thing. It's based in the same Satanism agenda, and therefore it keeps you in that disempowerment saviour energy and keeps the abuse victim energies within you. So coming out of religion, and thankfully I wasn't brought up in religion. My parents weren't religious or didn't project those. They're Irish Catholic, but they didn't project that religion down to me. However, all of us, even if you weren't brought up in a religious family or not, have been affected by religion, because we believe the power outside of ourselves. We believe in things outside of ourselves rather than ourselves. The biggest superpower that human beings have is the belief and trust in oneself. And if you can turn that around and believe and trust in you, it illuminates your energies. When I see an individual when their right side of their mind, their mental side believes in the heart side, the left side, it brightens up, and then it just goes back and forth, projects onto one another. So it really is a superpower, and they don't want you to have that superpower. They want you to believe something outside of yourselves, which can be very difficult when you've got lots of victim energies within you. So my journey has also helping other people understand their trauma, but also me healing my trauma and coming out of the abuse victim mentality. And then after I come out of that, my way of helping people became very different. I lost the need to want to save people but instead empower people on their journey and just shine a light so they can understand themselves. So I started to realise that when individuals understand themselves, they naturally start to balance out, and they're the empowered ones. And so my healing and how I help people has changed dramatically over the course of many years doing it. I started a question and answer session many years ago, where a remote view and people can ask whatever they want. They may ask about politicians, or call the old world politicians, to celebrities, to pharmaceutical drugs, to new age technology, to ETs, to consciousness, and have a beautiful connection with the planet that we live on. We're all connected to the planet we live on, Mother Earth. We all have that connection, and that connection actually lies within our female consciousness, our left side of the brain, and therefore I am able to connect. And that also lies there is the collective consciousness, and we're all part of that. And this is why listening to ourselves and understanding ourselves is so important, because we gain access to so much information, way bigger than the internet, way bigger. So every couple of weeks we do a Q&A, and people come on and they ask questions, and I love it. I really do enjoy it. And we have been growing as a group for many years, and you can tell by the questions. And then every time, the more understanding I have of myself, the more deeper I can go in the collective. So it's just got bigger and bigger and bigger, kind of more in depth and understanding as we've grown in consciousness. It's been really beautiful. And then I also do healing groups, and that's where I'll just look at people all day and people sign up. This is all on Patreon, and they sign up and they pick a time that they want to be seen, and it's over Zoom, and I'll look at any problems that they may have, if something comes up with them personally, or if it's something medical, or if they've lost direction, or and that's been a real blessing also. And then I also do one-to-ones, so that's when I spend a good amount of time with an individual, when we'll dive into their life and help them understand themselves. As understanding yourself is the only way you evolve, and it's not done any other way. They may make you believe that AI is going to save the world, but it's not. It's just going to take away your humanity. So that's what I do. But I learned a huge amount along the way, and we'll keep learning. it's a never-ending road, but it's lovely to be out of the healing. That's lovely, because that was horrendous. And that went on for years and years. So I'd just like to thank all the YouTubers that have been with me from the beginning, or whenever you joined and that you watch, and I'm really grateful. And I will do more videos. I was like meditating, it came in, you need to do more videos. So I'm gonna do videos for YouTube, and if you would like to join Patreon, be my guest. I'll put a link onto this video. Yeah, I'm just sending lots of love. So sending lots of love, and you have a lovely weekend. You take care. Big hugs. Bye.